And when you can, try to make up for it. So yeah, I think that would be the advice I can give other women, professional women out there, entrepreneurs who are trying to make their mark. That yes, you do feel bad sometimes that I'm failing to do this and that, but you can't do everything. So you really need to find and try and strike a balance between your personal success. Don't be apologetic about your personal success. Yeah, you also deserve to shine. You deserve to also be seen. Yeah. So I don't want women to really feel no. My light should be dim. Why? if a light that glows, let it glow. Yeah. Be the purple cow. You know, Iyati, when you're driving in the road there, Iyati, and you see a brown cow, do you turn your head? You don't. If you see a black cow, you don't turn your head. Even the black and white one for milk, you don't. But if you see a purple cow on the road there, you stop. And what do? You take a picture, you send it to your friend and do that. So in life, just strive to identify the purple cow in yourself and then become that. Yeah.
Please don't encourage me any further. Did you say purple cow?
Purple cow. So there's actually a whole book around the purple cow.
The nation is in trouble. We are 14 minutes away from 3 o'clock. At exactly 3, no news today. We'll be crossing over to Rufaro Stadium for Caps versus Scotland FC. I'm with Wendy, Madzura, the agronomist, African agronomist. I didn't quite understand what you meant in the promo when you were saying I'm an African agronomist. But now that you've told us you cover 20 African countries, my respect for you grows by leaps and bounds.
Thank you.
Valeria, whom you've worked with, says she's in total awe of you. She says you're a strong woman.
Oh, thank you so much.
You can keep it coming on 0772162651. You talk about a very delicate life balance, but I think as women we just take it in our stride. Sometimes we don't stop to acknowledge the enormous weight that we carry on our shoulders. You brought your 2 lovely children to the studio, 10 years and 8.
So the youngest is 3. I actually have a 3-year-old.
Oh,
but because of
it doesn't never ceases to amaze. Wow. Okay.
So I have a 3-year-old, but because I'm always traveling, so I had to give my mom. Okay. So he's in Gweru with my mom. So my mom always updates. No, now we are potty training. Now he's standing on the table. So yeah, I think it also gives me comfort to know that he's well taken care of. Absolutely. And he's okay. Yeah.
Imi mamuri wangani kumba kwenyu?
Isusu 34.
Okay.
Yeah, 34. Abainini, I'm the firstborn.
Oh.
So I do have the firstborn syndrome.
Absolutely.
I want things to be done a certain way. I would say my 5 Gallup strengths. You know, Iyati, when you travel the world, I went to Michigan last year for a women fellowship program. That's when we learned that professionally you should identify yourself with your strengths. Okay. So that's also brought me closure in terms of the way I am, because I'm a bit of I want things done a certain way kind of a person.
A-type personality.
And I want things to work out. So if I see things are not working out, I can even jump to that moment to make things move.
Okay.
So I'm an arranger. I'm an arranger. I'm an achiever. Yes. But I'm a very passionate person about the things I do. But I'm an includer. So when I get to a crowd and I see someone is not kind of fitting in, I try and bring people together. And I think also it also helped me in my line of work, where I work with different farmer segments. So the small scale, the commercial. So the small scale now, when you get to the field and you find they are sitting on the bare ground in dust, and it's a grandmother peeling their groundnuts or shelling their maize, you should be in a position to adjust to that occasion. Sit down. They will tell, mama, then you go and you sit and you do whatever they are doing. One strength that has worked for me personally is humility. You cannot substitute humility with anything. So in anything that you do, don't judge. Don't want to be, when you get to a place or a crowd, don't want to be given that special seat. It can come, but just try to fit within what is happening. And you'll find by doing so, God just raises you up.
How different or how similar is your mothering style to your mother's?
It's quite similar. I'm a bit tough. But because I'm not always around, my mom was always around. Okay. But with my kids, I'm also trying to be around by imploring on them to now use the phones that we didn't have to make sure that they communicate. So I I punish for lack of messages, lack of emojis. I can take the phone away for that, because then when I'm away, I want to know what they're doing. So I want people who communicate as much as possible. So we are trying to find a way to make things happen. I don't like one-word answers. I want people to explain what is happening. No, it's good today. There was so and so. Then we did this and that. And then there's an emoji. And then, so yeah, that's similar. But what's different is that my mom, on occasion, if you'd misbehave, you'd be beaten. But now the style of raising kids that we have now, we rarely beat them up. We now do, it's not grounding per se, but you identify the things they like. My son loves his phone, so you can take it for a while and then you get things done. So yeah, it's a bit different, I think, because of, technology.
Absolutely.
And also awareness that sometimes even when we were beaten, it's not like we were complying because the beating worked, but we were complying at that time. But at some time when we were free, you could still go back to the bad habit. So beating might not always work. So I think that's the difference that might be there. Yeah.
Okay. Outside of your work, which I think is very difficult for you, being the achiever that you are, but remove agronomy, remove agriculture, and just think of Wendy the girl. What are you passionate about?
Wow. I think it has become difficult to separate, but I would say I think one of the purposes that I see myself having in life is to have an impact on other people's lives. I would want to, I see myself getting into philanthropy at some point, where I just want to encourage someone to get to that next level. So being an orator, I don't have any difficulties speaking. Give me any crowd, I can talk to them.
You're the kind of interviewee that we just say good afternoon and welcome.
Yeah.
And then I'll be closing the program after 30 minutes. Which you out.
Yeah, so,
and I love that.
Yeah, so I think it's something that I enjoy doing. So I give discussions with women on women empowerment. Right now we are planning a women conference with Mrs. Mboweni, which we are going to be doing, I think, in April. So I have a lot of extra activities that I do just for empowerment, not just women, youths, even anyone who is willing to listen. I'm willing to do the research to give, to add value to someone's life. So I think I'm just, I have a purpose of just changing people's lives. Then outside of that, I enjoy movies. But I like inspiring movies. I like movies with a happy ending. I don't like sad things. I like movies with a happy ending. But I like those types of movies that are motivational, like Hidden Figures, the movie Hidden Figures. I like movies that bring out the best in people, especially like women, just to show that they can and it can be done. Women that break barriers. So I like that. I used to like reading growing up. But it was romantic movies, romantic novels, the Danielle Steele kind of novels. But then now, growing up, I now need to read a lot of motivational books. But because of the hours of travel that I have, I'm almost always traveling, because going to different fields, different farms, almost every day. So now I'm happy that now you can listen to books.
True.
While you're traveling.
Yeah.
So I also enjoy that as well. And then something which is weird that I'm enjoying a lot is going to the play center. Initially I used to think because I want to see my children playing, but I think I like that colorful environment. And even buying toys, my husband at some point was saying, really, is this for the kids or is this for you? Because this is nice, this is nice, so yeah, I think I'm just a bright person. Again, according to the classifications, I'm a yellow. Yeah, so I'm a yellow. I'm bright. I just like to bring energy wherever I am.
And you do.
Yeah.
Funny you should say that about the color coding, the color spectrum analysis, because I look, you've been on Farmers Forum. That's where I got to know about you. Oftentimes I'll be driving away from here and you'll be starting Farmers Forum. So I never got to see you actually. But I particularly remember one show where you were talking about carrots. I have no idea. I love carrots, by the way, as a vegetable, as a snack,
yes, yeah.
both cooked and raw. But growing vegetables is far be it from me. Like, it's the last thing I would do.
We all have our strengths.
Yeah. So I particularly remember this episode with Yvonne. A shout out to you, my award-winning mom. When you were talking about carrot, uchitsanangura unozochitsetsenura kuti jigarwa so many meters apart yozodai and then all the symptoms kuti ikabuda yakadai zvikura so ikatsemuka. Like, I was so drawn, and I remember saying feedbacking to Yvonne after that and saying, when a show is well produced, it doesn't matter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm also not particularly into sport, but our sports team is one such team that also makes me I just love listening to them because they're doing it so well, and that's the energy that you bring. So I just thought I should.
Thank you so much. Yeah, because I like explaining these things, to depth. And I went an extra mile to try and find the Shona, the correct Shona, to explain these English words, to demystify some of the, the misconception that is there, and just reach that, your last grandmother who is not able to really understand this English jargon which is there in science. You want them to understand. Kuti tumbuyu tunoruma tunogona kukanganisa go saka munofanira kumema munda. You're saying you should scout your field. So you should really find ways to just make things better for the farmer to understand.
You travel all the time. A lot of us would look at travel as the respite that we need. I want to catch a flight. I want to go somewhere. We find that refreshing. Yeah. But you travel so much. So what do you now find refreshing? How do you unwind?
Okay, so because I travel a lot, when I get home, spending time with the family, with the kids, going out for a movie. The other time when I got back from I think it was a 2-week trip when we started talking about the show. When I got back, I said, straight from the airport, we are going for a movie. From a movie, we are doing dinner. So I get there, and then these guys are there. Then we go to the movie house, and they say, everything that is showing is not fun. It's not fun, so we don't want to see a movie anymore. Then I said, really? So we just did dinner. So I just enjoy spending time with family, just relaxing, watching movies, just away from the noise. And I enjoy going to my own farm. It's not my farm, I'm renting it, but I enjoy going there. So my mom is always saying, I'll be resting in transit going, because I'm seeing my crops, how they have changed, how they are responding to the rains. It really brings me, it turns me on and makes me very happy.
Back to motherhood. It often occurs to me that, strong-willed mothers and strong personality mothers sometimes struggle, and you find their children are very subdued. Like they just roll their eyes and say, oh, here we go again. She's at it, that's I like the way you're throwing a side eye there.
Yeah.
Is that the case in your is that how it's panning out in your life? But my question is, what are you going to do to ensure that you give your children the room to be themselves? Not to mold them into a mini Wendy.
That's a difficult one, yeah, but it's a very pertinent question. Because like Mike, the one who's in Gweru, even when I was pregnant, I was traveling until I was 9 months, and the farmers were feeling bad for me. So when he was born, he's actually called Mtumeni Light. So it's difficult, I think, for us as parents to let our children be. But what I'm seeing now is that, things are no longer black and white.
True.
So I'm a bit objective to say that we need to allow our children to identify their strength, to identify their passion, because it's easier for you to do your best in an area where you're passionate about. It's not easy. But what I do, just to also maintain control, I check their phones all the time whenever I get there. I'm a bit of a control freak kind of a parent, but I just want
goes
them
without saying.
Yeah, I just want them to remain focused. But I don't think I will dictate their career path. I want them to get the freedom to choose where they want to go and the career path that they want to do. Yeah.
I can't believe we've run out of time. We
Already?
just have a minute to go. But Wendy, I love your energy. I cannot stop talking about you in glowing terms. Thank you so much for bringing light and hope and that yellow energy. A lot of times, a lot of people are struggling, and you can begin to think that life is hard. Yeah. But when you see people like you, you're bubbly, you're winning, like you're just going. What would you like to say to encourage all those that follow you, that admire you, and those that got to know you today? We have 30 seconds to go.
Thank you so much. I'm humbled by the level of support and, commitment that people are giving me, because I'm doing my work passionately. So I really appreciate all the followers that I have, all the people who rally behind me. I just want to encourage people that whatever you do in life, there's no easy path. You just need to put in the work. There's no substitute for hard work. The harder you work, the more likely to succeed you are. So I just want to encourage them and just to tell everyone now, in everything that you do, just give it your all and you'll be able to succeed. Yeah.
Fantastic. Wendy Madzura, how do we follow you on socials?
Thank you so much. Facebook, Wendy Madzura. Instagram, LinkedIn, all the accounts should be Wendy Madzura. Some of them Wendy Matash Madzura, but Wendy Madzura mostly. And you can also follow us on the Sitco websites and pages. You can also follow us there as we turn 85 years.
Oh, fantastic. And that brings us to the end of Fly on the Wall on this Sunday afternoon. Thank you so much for being with us. Wendy Madzura, inspiring us to be yellow, to become the purple cow. Oh, but not purple cow, but you were never ready. This week, watch out. Go out and be that purple cow that you were born to be. The name's Iyati with an I, Iyati. It's exactly 3 o'clock on your number one station. We would now be giving you the news, but like I said, we are going to cross over to Rufaro Stadium, where Caps United are taking on Scotland FC. Our number one sports team is there, and they'll be giving us all the action. Stay with us.
We're here for you at Star FM.